Hi and welcome to my second update on Ammanford Junction. I'm going to start off today with showing you a few updates and a few little things I've been doing to my fleet of locos. First up we have the Freightliner Class 66 here, which if I can get the light on it right, there we go, has received grey buffers. Now I've painted these with Humboldt acrylic paints. I've done some research online and I found that this particular Class 66 was in fact came out with grey buffers from the factory, so I've applied the grey buffers, but I will be doing some weathering on them to make them a bit black around the middle where they would be in contact with other buffers. Moving on to my Class 90 here, I've added, I don't know if you can see there, it's not picking out very well, I've added, see that orange bit just to the right of the buffer is the DVT connection, so I can't remember what it's called exactly, but that's for use in multiple working with the DVT in the push-pull mode. I've also applied nameplates to it, which were fantastically made by a chap called All Change Models, and I'll put a link in the description to the video, and he does resprays, weathering, nameplates, anything you want really, and it's a fantastic service and I would definitely recommend him. The next thing I've been doing is I've also painted the buffers grey on this 67, also the prototype and the one that came out of the factory was in fact grey, just like the 66, so I've painted those accordingly. Next on the loco fleet update is the 56, and that has also received nameplates. Now I must mention these are fictional nameplates and for family members who have passed away, so they're not based on any true meaning at all there or anything like that. They are purely my own, apart from ones that have been factory fitted, like on the 66 with the 4th radar and the Keith Heller on the 67. Anyway, another thing I've recently done to the layout is see the barbed wire. I recently showed my last update some barbed wire which I did, which didn't come out very well, but now I've had another go at it. I've got it come much better, as you can see along there. It works much better now, and that's all the way around the warehouse, and any other barbed wire I'll be continuing to do it the same method as this. Another new part to the layout is the bus station, which is situated all along here. Now if you remember correctly in the last video, houses which are now situated up that end of the layout did come all the way up to this corner here on the road there. I've now moved those up to down there to create the bus station, which would have been up the other end of the layout on the new section, just to here to create a bit more space up the other end where I can feature a McDonald's restaurant and more stuff like that, etc, etc. But just here in this space here will be the station building, where the subway will come out from the platforms over there. So they come out directly into the bus station to continue their journey into the local area. I'll soon be installing new fencing which stops there, continuing along with gates there into the little rail area for the line side transformer. Fencing going along with the brick wall is all along there, back round along here and up to the Woolworths, which has been moved here. Excuse the all the mess on the top of the walrus at the moment. That's just why I've been moving stuff around and trying to keep everything separate. But I will be weathering the walrus up a bit more to make it a bit more derelict and run down looking. As you can see, I've also added another cameo to the layout with the roadworks scene in the middle of the road, where they're just digging up a bit of the road. And typical, there is nobody actually working on the roadworks, which is a typical live scene as you will see a lot around the UK. As you can see, I've now converted this bakery into a Subway. I think it's come out brilliantly. I couldn't have hoped for better. And it's now situated along with the rest of the high street. I still need to add the logos to the two big high street shops, but the high street's starting to come along a bit more now. Another area behind the Woolworths has now been converted into a scrapyard. You can see I'll fill it up a bit more, and it will stretch along onto the next board, which will be up there. It's got an old trolley bus and old vehicles and tractors in with skips and stuff. The garage lockups will be on the adjacent side for the access to the back of the terraced houses. I've got skips and oil drums and all sorts which will go behind here, and it will look very good, I hope, once everything's weathered up and all sort of junk and stuff is behind there filling up that space. Another thing I've been doing is repainting this Mark II coach to be part of my load haul cleaning wagon set. It has received a cleaning trailer part underneath attached to the axle. I bought it from Gauge Master, pack of 3, and one of them's on this coach here, and it's going to help clean the track. I repainted it. It was a standard Virgin Mark II D brake coach. I started repainting it in gloss black, which is a bit of a mistake. I should have gone for the matte black, but you live and learn. It's my first repaint. I'm not too bothered. I think it came out pretty well. And I've filled in some of the windows to make it a bit more give it a bit more of a departmental look, which you see a lot on the network rail trains. One of the windows is covered by this load haul decal transfer, which I added in, which came with 2 of the big logos and 4 of the alternating load haul, I don't know what you call them, sweeping swishes or something, which goes on each end. This one sort of unfortunately cracked a little bit, and as you can see it's got a rough edge to it, which is unfortunate, but I can live with it. It's not too much of a problem. Also there's some little not coming out very well. It says TC2 as in test car 2. I've got another 2 up that other end as well. These go with the 3 loader wagons I've already got, which I've weathered myself. As you can see, just a light weathering to give them a bit more than being pristine. I also weathered this CCT wagon by Hornby. It was originally in BR blue, and this has got text on it saying test car 3. I couldn't apply the load haul decals to this one because it hasn't got enough space between windows, so I had to make do without this one and just leave it. I've got painted the undercarriage bits yellow to stand out as part of the departmental train, but I've also painted it in gloss black, which is yes, again a mistake, but you live and learn, and I think it's come out alright apart from that. It's also got a yellow buffer now as well, buffer beam rather, and I'll be adding a bit more to this train as well. That's also got, I don't know if you can see just underneath, the cleaning pads. I'll give it a little lift for you so you can see. And basically these are the Gauge Master cleaning pads. They just literally hang on the axle. They drag along the track, and you think, oh, there won't be enough contact, but trust me, the friction on it is really good. As you can see, it cleans very well, and that was only a couple of runs on my track. So it either says these are very good track cleaners, or my track's very dirty. and I haven't had this track, as I only relayed all the track, all brand new track, and I only had it about 6 months, so I presume I have to go with the option that these are very good track cleaners. I think they're about £5 for a pack of 3, which is quite expensive, but they're doing the job, so I don't mind. And there's one more similar one on the Mark II test coach as well.